All right, so we're going into Denver now. Denver is the gateway to the Rockies, and keeping with the theme of all the pioneers going from east to west, you realize that going through the Rockies was quite an experience as well. As the wagon trains headed west, they always sent out a couple of scouts ahead, just to kind of look things over, look at the terrain, and see if there's any problems before the wagon train got there. One day, two of the scouts are riding ahead, and they're looking, and it looks like a couple of riders coming toward them. So the one scout, he reached down, got his binoculars, and he looked up and he says, "Indians, two Indians riding toward us." And set his binoculars down, and the other one says, "Well, are they friends or enemies?" And he says, "Well, I guess they're friends. They're riding together." Huh?
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, a little bit later, they was going on. The wagon train was heading out, and they come into this little valley, and of course, you know, they're always a little skittish. They're the scouts, and they're worried about what's coming up, and you know, they're in this little boxed-in canyon valley, and one way out, and from that one way out, they start hearing drums, and the one guy, he kind of speaks up, and he says, "You know, I really don't like them drums." And a voice from that end of the canyon comes back, and it says, "He's not our regular drummer." Huh? Come on. No high five. Okay, but anyway, so listen, that's enough of that. But not that you ever embarrass me or anything, but we're meeting our friends in Denver, and I'm sure we're going to be going out to eat and everything. If there's, you know, leftover at the end of the meal, and the waitress comes up and says, "You want a box for that?" Don't say no, but I'll wrestle you for it. Okay, are you ready to head to Denver?
Let's go.
Let's go. So where are we at?
We're at the our Denver campground, and we're excited because we're getting visitors today.
We are.
Yes.
We just got a text from them. They're on their way from just down the road where they had to stop and get a quick breakfast.
Yeah.
And then we're going to meet them here.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Big time, baby.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're here in Denver with our friends Damien and Eric. They got here yesterday, but we just spent the day yesterday relaxing and catching up. And today we are out adventuring. We're on our way to a train ride, we think in the mountains, and we are excited about that. We'll show you our train ride when we get there. We're having a great time. We had a fun dinner last night, and it's a beautiful day today. It is like 78 degrees, but we just passed a sign with an ozone warning, so we're not sure what we have to do about that. What do you think, Terry?
I think we just keep going and hope it don't catch up to us.
Are you guys nervous?
Can you not run an ozone problem?
You're not nervous?
Not nervous at all.
Are you nervous, Damien?
No, I've been using hairspray my entire life, so...
So you're part of the problem?
I'm part of the problem.
Darn.
I don't have any hair, so that's...
So you're not part of the problem. We're not blaming you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. We'll see you when we get to the train. So we are at a distillery in Denver, and it's called Stranahan's. It's a whiskey distillery, and we're getting ready to take a tour. Eric? Damien? This is what they look like pre-tour, and Terry. And we're sitting in the lobby, which is kind of the store, and it's really pretty. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you in a second. So they have whiskey, of course, and they have swag of all sorts. But look at the decor. Really pretty. Furniture, nice comfortable furniture to sit on. Clothing. It's just like a lodge.
Downside. Luckily, you guys have the best time of the day where it's finally dropped from 97 to roughly about 84, 80 degrees. So won't be too bad. Luckily, I am the one who has to talk the entire time, and you guys get to sit and listen, and hopefully you can hear me. I will try to project as best as I can. I know that fan is going, and it's going to be really hard to hear. So, with that being said, who likes whiskey? Woo! Okay, I like whiskey too. That's awesome. That's why I work here. Sweet. What kind of whiskey do we normally drink? Throw something out there. And alcohol and water separate at a different consistency. So, when alcohol reaches its boiling point, it turns into a gaseous state. So, it rises up, and at each section where there's little windows, or I call them portholes, there is a perforated metal grate. So perforated means that holes are poked through it. So as it turns into that as soon as we got all 50 states for national distribution, we saw ballot symbols on every bottle for national distribution. So, you know, you get drunk, you get brave. I don't blame you. I do it at work all the time. You know, what have you. But we stopped doing that. Comments were now assigned to our distillers. However, a distiller they grab the water as we start drinking. It gets hard to remember that. I can just confirm that from a lot of personal experience. And just watching guests while we walk around. And no, hopefully by the end of the month this will all be done. We don't have to do this anymore. But that being said, while you're sitting down and not moving, please take off your mask. We can't do this without taking them off. So, and when I come around and I refill your glasses after our first whiskey, I will put my mask on. It is okay with you guys if I take.
We're riding the bus in Denver on the 16th Street Mall.
It just goes up and down the mall, right?
It's a free shuttle. It goes all the way up and down 16th Street Mall.
That's 16th Street right up there.
Yeah.
We're passing along the way. Downtown Denver, Colorado?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at those two suspicious guys.
That is the two suspicious guys down there for sure, for sure.
They're whispering.
All right, so Linda, that was our Colorado and Denver stop. So what are your first thoughts about the area?
Well, what I thought was super interesting about Denver, especially, was the difference in topography.
The difference in topography. You mean the fact that we were in Strasburg, which they call Denver East, Strasburg KOA. It was 34 miles from actually Denver, and 28 miles of it was flat farmland,
and which was absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. And then there was Denver.
Downtown Denver, just 28 miles away or so.
Right.
And it was, bustling Denver.
And Denver is known as the Mile High City because it is 5,280 feet high in elevation. But the Rockies to the west start almost immediately.
Right.
We took the ride to the train, which was about an hour west of Denver, and we were in the mountains.
Right.
We were climbing the entire time we were riding. So
which is absolutely beautiful. And then Pikes Peak.
And then Pikes Peak is just south and just a bit west. That's 14,000 feet. That's the highest elevation from there to the east coast. So the topography around the Denver area is varied.
It's varied. But of course the highlight of our trip was a visit from our friends Damien and Eric. That was really fun.
That's right. They were on the train ride with us, went to the distillery. Went through the distillery and all, and then downtown Denver, and we just had a blast. And
they brought us our first bit of Beyond the Path Beyond 9 to 5 swag.
That's right.
These beautiful cups,
which Damien designed and has graciously, this is very gracious, given us this design to use on any future t-shirts or koozies or anything else we want to. So I have a feeling you'll be seeing this design from our friend Damien in the future.
But this is a gift from Damien and Eric, and we say thank you so much. And thanks, guys, for coming to see us. We had a great time.
Absolutely. And then on to Kansas.
Kansas.
All right. Peace.
Peace.